I hate drama. Hey guys, welcome back to another Mind Right Monday. I'm your host, Bonnie Kelly. Today we're talking about how to deal with drama. Everybody has had to deal with drama at one point or another in their lives. Sometimes we are the starring role in the drama, and other times we're just unfortunately collateral damage. But how do we begin to navigate and deal with this drama with a higher level of emotional intelligence? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So one of the things I like everyone to kind of remember when we're talking about drama is first thing that we need to do is identify how the game and how the roles that you might be playing in it. So to help you become more aware of when drama is sneaking into your life or when it's playing out, that you can be more equipped to change it, I wanted to start today by talking with you about drama in the simplest form. Now, the disclaimer is that it's in the simplest form, which means that this is very simplistic understanding of a much more complicated issue. When we think about drama, I want you to really kind of boil it down to really three main characters: the villain, the victim, and the hero. Now, when you think about every great Disney movie, right, all the beautiful princess movies, these are the three main characters. You have your villain, you have a victim, and you have a hero of the story. Now, sometimes the victim becomes the hero, but ultimately these are the three main roles in this hero story. Well, when you think about all the drama that's played out in your life, there's about three main roles of what happens or characters that play a participant in this saga. Well, who's the villain, who's the victim, and who's the drama, and which one are you? Are you the villain, are you a hero, or are you the victim? Now, none of us are going to want to admit when we're playing the victim. When we're in the woe is me, oh, these people are hurting me, oh, these things are happening to me. A lot of us are prideful. None of us want to admit, or it'll really be a hit to the ego, acknowledging the fact that we could be playing that role. But if you're not aware of that, then you're going to get sucked down deeper into the story. It's going to become much more dramatic, and it's going to cause much more suffering than necessary. By identifying your role, these tips I'm about to share with you will make this a lot easier. All right, let's dive into the first one, which is begin to breathe. Take 3 deep breaths before responding. All right, when we're dealing with drama, we often forget to breathe. We are quick to respond. We are jumping to conclusions. We want to get resolutions. We're going to quick to save this person or to fix this scenario or to push this person off or to fight back. And in all of those responses, we forget to breathe. Just remembering to do that gives you space to make a different response, which then allows you to start to exhale through and beyond the drama that you may be experiencing. All right, let's dive into the next one, which is acknowledge and validate their or your feelings. Okay, so this is a their or. So it depends on what role that you're playing. A lot of times when someone else is bringing you the drama, they might be in the victim role. They might be feeling the pressure of someone else, an abuser, or just, conflict within a relationship. The first thing we need to do is really validate them. I know many of our rescuers, when we jump into that role, the immediate thing we're going to want to do is we want to try to save them, to coddle them, and that's really not what is going to help them overcome this drama. But before we can get to solutions or help them figure out a better light or seeing a different perspective, they need to feel valid in what they're feeling. So don't dismiss them, don't make them wrong, even when you kind of think they are. We want to get to this space where it says, it's understandable you feel this way. Or with everything going on, I can understand why you're so upset right now, or why you're so stressed, or it's understandable why you're so angry. Right? To validate that other person allows them to feel like you heard them, you understand them. Now they're going to be more open and receptive to receiving more information. Now, if you are the victim in that scenario, then you have to find a way after you take a breath to say, how can I validate myself in this moment? You know, what do I need to know that I'm safe to make this decision? All right, so this leads me to my next tip, which is don't feed the drama. Set healthy boundaries. Okay, so this one's going to be followed up with a disclaimer. Yes, so the disclaimer in this one is to recognize that this is a very masterful, mindful, black belt, difficult thing to master right here. However, I know you are more than capable of doing it. So when we're dealing with drama, you gotta find a way to stop feeding the drama, to not participate in it. If you catch yourself saying, yeah, you should go do that, or screw them, guess what you're doing? You're throwing fuel on the fire, and that's going to get them more lit up or feeling worse about themselves or getting more angry or feeling more trapped. It's not going to get you out of that situation, and it's not really going to serve the other person either. So what we have to do is we have to kind of pull back, and one good way to do that is beginning to set boundaries. Now, why I put that disclaimer is that as you're practicing this and you feel yourself getting hooked or triggered or bought in, you might need to remove yourself from this situation. And a good way to do that is just to say, hey, I know you're really upset about this, but this is really getting me upset as well. I don't have any solutions for you. Have you thought about talking to a therapist? Have you thought about a counselor? Have you thought about getting help? And putting up that boundary in a loving way. I want to support you in this, but I'm not capable of doing that right now. Can I help you find someone who can support you? And getting them directed to the right place where you can remove yourself from the situation. All right, so I have one more for you this week, which is be prepared to be cast as the villain in someone else's story, and don't take it personal. All right, guys, this one's a little bit more challenging because one of the things that we don't realize when we set boundaries and we pull ourselves back, many times that if we're not validating or we're not seeing the game playing out and we're kind of removing ourselves, that the victim can displace a lot of their aggression towards you and cast you as the villain. So even though that's not really what your intention was, and though you're not even trying to play that role, just be prepared that that's a different way that they can hook you into their drama. You got to remember that some people become addicted, even chemically and neurologically addicted to drama. They're not intending to, they don't mean to, but it's just their way of feeling love and feeling connected. And when you're no longer engaging and no longer responding with them in that facet or in that way, guess what? They're going to easily turn and direct that directly at you, and you could become the villain of their story. So don't take it personal. Recognize this is just a different way that drama can play out. Make sure to go back to setting your boundaries, validating, and taking a deep breath. All right, hopefully you guys have learned something from this. Until next week, I'm Bonnie Kelly. Hey guys, I hope you fell in love with this week's video. It's one of my favorites. And I have a lot of other amazing things just for you. If you're ready to just really enhance your personal development and begin to master your mindfulness and emotionally detox the mind, then you gotta check out our 21-day emotional detox product. You can join 7 days for free right now by clicking the link below. It's 21dayemotionaldetox.com/free. No credit card required, and it's going to give you full access to our 21-day program for you to start taking emotional and mental responsibility and beginning to expand that consciousness and ground yourself in who you truly are, which is perfectly whole and complete. All right, until next time, I'll see ya.